But I think at the end of the day, we can agree that Sonic is a sick pedophile.
Maybe.
But are you up for some side quests?
You know what? Yeah, I'll stick around for some side quests.
Okay, because these are some great side quests. Do you like apples?
Where is he? First,
What kind?
I don't know. Soleanin apples.
Well, I mean, what color?
Red.
Yeah, I can go for a red apple.
Well, that's good, because these are red apples.
Okay.
I think we've seen that one before.
What is this place?
The Great Soleanin area?
It looks just like shit.
It does. This looks like Hyrule Field from Ocarina of Time.
It looks worse than Hyrule Field from Ocarina of Time. Is that supposed to happen, or is that a glitch?
No, that's supposed to happen.
Okay. Because I know that he can pick stuff up with his mind, but I didn't know if he was supposed to do it while on top of things.
Yeah, that's supposed to happen. Oh, look at this.
Soccer!
Yeah, but...
Oh no. Is this part of a side quest?
It should be. This is my favorite part of the game.
This kid's gonna get lost.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty wide open field, so...
Did you see that? He can use his telekinesis to make dogs heal.
Also sit. Whoa.
And he can carry around soccer balls.
Go.
Now we're going to do some side quests. He wants us to do Soleanin guard training. And unfortunately, the first time I played this, I got kind of fucked up by... I don't know what. I think the camera kind of screwed me. Or maybe I just made a mistake. But let's blame the game. And the second time, there was an absurd glitch. So I just kind of want to quickly say something about the way this story is told. As I said before, it's very postmodern. We have multiple chronologies. We're going from the future to the present to the past, and we're also having it told through 3 different narrators. Or we're kind of seeing it from Sonic's eyes, Silver's eyes, and Shadow's eyes. Which is sort of the same thing they did in Sonic Adventure, where you see a slightly different story for each character. Each character kind of seeing themselves as a bigger part of it, or whatever. Or it just is stupid and doesn't make sense, who cares? But in this one, this fucking plot is already so complicated. We have this telekinetic hedgehog from the future who's fighting Iblis and wants to stop Sonic, the Iblis trigger. We've got Sonic trying to stop Dr. Eggman and save the princess from unleashing Solaris. And Shadow's also involved in some way. And then we've got this evil hedgehog, Mephiles, and Blaze, and Tails, and everyone else. And it's being told from 3 different timelines, and it's completely nonsensical. But if you look at something like Slaughterhouse 5, which is told from a very, very complex chronology, it makes what is a very simple story interesting. If you look at what happens in order in Slaughterhouse 5, it's nothing really that exciting. I guess I shouldn't say that. It's not that complicated. Obviously, if you assume the alien abductions actually happen, it's a very, very interesting story, or if you think it's all in his head, it's still a very, very interesting story. But it seems like more is going on because it's told out of sequence. But when you lay it out in a straight timeline, okay, as a kid he goes to the Grand Canyon, he's in World War II, alien abductions, etc., etc., etc. I'm not going to spoil the rest of the book. But in this, if you laid it out in a singular timeline, it would be a fucking mess. And it's a video game, so it's not like you can leaf back a couple pages to see what you may have missed or forgotten. So once you've missed something, nothing makes any goddamn sense. So what I'm saying is Sonic 06 is a bad game.
The total non-stop action wrestling of video games.
Yes. Let's just further alienate our audience. So I wanted to do that during one of these runs because unfortunately I'm going to have to do this one more time. I made a little mistake the first time and got a little bit screwed by the camera, but it was more my mistake. I'll own up to that. In this one, I'm pretty sure the game is just going to glitch out and prevent me from completing it. And it left me completely confused. So we're going to unfortunately sit through some dead air, but I feel like this is necessary to show just what a piece of shit this game is and how no one should play it.
Okay. Because
if anything hasn't been beaten into the ground at this point, it's that Sonic 06 is a bad game that no one should play. This is an important lesson for the children.
How are you supposed to do that in one go without using the hover?
You can actually just hold hover down, and those crystals you're picking up will give you additional hover.
Oh.
I'm just trying to be very, very careful because I've already fucked up once.
Okay. So what's going on here? Did they not spawn?
They didn't spawn.
Are you sure you didn't? Did we miss something? No, there's nothing on the map to indicate. It's just not there.
Yeah. And I'm looking everywhere. I did this pretty late at night, so I'm like, fuck, maybe, did I miss something? What's going on? And I'm trying to pull the camera back as far as possible.
Yeah,
to
I
find
can
it.
see.
It's like, I want to beat this. I want to do it again. But I want to know what I'm screwing up. And so I went back, and I just looked through the video, and I'm like, did I miss anything? No, it just didn't spawn.
Oh, boy.
Did you know Sonic 06, a bad game?
I do now. Head for the jungle.
Yes. Oh, because in theory we're supposed to be going to the jungle to get to the next level, but I decided this would be a good time for side quests. So one more time. I promise.
One more time.
Promise this is the last time.
Well, it's okay. You filled up the first one with quite a lot of stuff. It's all right. Nobody's going to judge you.
I think people are going to judge me. They're going to think I'm bad at Sonic 06.
I don't know. We'll see what happens this time around. We'll see what happens this time. Maybe the game really did screw you. Maybe
it did.
Okay.
I went through that video just to make sure, because I was really confused what happened. I was like counting the rings I went through to make sure I went through the same amount of rings each time.
This would be so much more tolerable if the loading screens weren't this long.
At this point, I think the loading screens are just funny. When you get the one line of text and then the loading screen, it's like the game is in on the joke.
You missed.
Yes, I missed. I'm bad at Sonic 06.
You're pretty good.
Bad at Sonic 06.
You beat that first silver level with no deaths.
True. It's not going to happen in the second silver level.
Alright.
This music.
There's some pretty good music so far.
Yeah. No Crush 40 though, that kind of pisses me off. Crisis City would have been so much better if Sidious was playing.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought, Alright, so this one... yeah, they screwed you!
See?
And it was the last 3.
Yeah. I was expecting there to be another 10 or so, but no, just 3. And hey, we did it. We're gonna get some rings, and in theory, we can join the Soleanan Guard. I don't think the uniform will fit though, especially the hat. Check out that time bonus.
It's pretty good, man.
Let's see how we did. Let's see how we did.
S? Yeah, boy.
Shawn Michaels would be so proud of us.
I agree. He'd then say something religious.
Yeah. Because that's what telepathic hedgehogs do.
Yeah.
So now we're going to head for the jungle. But we're not going to do what the game wants us to do. We're going to do another side quest.
Another side quest?
Yeah. Because remember what I asked you earlier.
Are you ready for some side quests?
Just after that.
Oh. I said yes, and you said good, because we're going to do some side quests.
Mm-hmm. Then I asked you about apples.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. That's right. God, there's just chairs. They brought some chairs with them. How'd they get here? Do they have a car that they packed those chairs in?
Well, we're not that far from the city.
I feel like it. I feel like you are.
We're just through the gate. You'll kind of see that eventually.
God, they just bought a new soccer ball and you're taking it?
Mm-hmm.
Bad hedgehog.
Maybe they had the dog fetch it after I threw it 100 miles away.
I don't know. Looks like you threw it into the mountain.
Probably.
If there's a mountain here, maybe a tree.
So you want to go shopping?
Shopping sounds cool.
Yeah, let's go get ourselves some accessories. And make sure we hold that soccer ball the whole time.
You can afford both things.
Yeah. Because I've been really good at this game. You can afford them without doing the side missions, but I want to do all the side missions, or at least most of them.
With the money, you can shop in town. Go to the stores often.
The narrator's pretty awesome, I do gotta say that.
Yeah. I wish... Actually, no. I love the fact he calls it money instead of rings. It's just really funny that this stuff that Sonic's been picking up for the last 15 years is actually money.
And you have thousands of them.
Yeah. So now I'm trying to find that side quest. There it is, in front of us. I'm not looking forward to this one. I've played it once before and it's bullshit.
They fell over.
So let's pick some apples up. We're not even going apple picking. We are going picking apples up.
That he dropped.
He dropped them in a very, very interesting fashion.
I can't wait to see.
It's chaotic yet orderly. It's a work of art.
Aye.
This music's great too.
I know.
Aw, it's over.
Don't worry, I think it'll come back. Why couldn't those messages be a part of his main spiel?
I don't know. I was just thinking the same thing. We've talked about it twice, 3 times now, but...
Yep. We're going to talk about it more.
You get 5 minutes to do... Wow.
So, your initial reaction might be to use Silver's throw to throw them in the barrels, but that's actually wrong. You need to just kind of hold them over and drop them in, which is actually very, very difficult. It's incredibly difficult. Check out this music.
The music's great, but...
I've gotten 4 in so far. Oh, that's 5.
But there's so much more.
Yeah, there's so much more.
They give you 5 minutes to do this, too.
Yeah. And you kind of need it.
You just can't dunk them in.
No. I mean, I think you might be able to, it's just hard. Because as you move the apples, they want to separate, and they only come together when you're standing still. But if you're standing still, they won't be over the barrels, so you have to jump, and then they'll spread out some more.
I really hope you do this on your first try. How many do you need? All of them?
You can get varying amounts for varying amounts for a variable amount of points.
He had a lot of apples.
He had a lot of apples. How did he spill them like this? What kind of a fucking klutz is this guy? And now there's just a couple just hanging out on top, insulting me.
You can't just
reach down, pick them up, and put them in the goddamn barrels.
Silver, you goddamn asshole, having to show off his telekinetic powers. What happened there?
Pokemon, do you think you could have gotten more than 19 apples in this barrel in 2 minutes?
Yeah.
You're a goddamn liar. You don't have psychic kinetic powers.
I could have picked them up.
But you're not allowed to. You have
Why?
to.
Because my hands are dirty?
Yes, your hands are dirty.
I can wash them.
Where? There's no running water in this forest.
I could get some hand sanitizer. There's more barrels?
Where are you going to get hand sanitizer? That store only sells power-ups. It doesn't sell sanitizer.
I could bring some from where I live.
So you would have known that this apple picking mission would be going on, and you.
Well, if I was going, I'd assume I'd be getting my hands dirty, so I'd have to do something.
Well, let's look at it from Silver's point of view. He's from the future.
Okay.
He's from a time after hand.
This is so fucking stupid.
This is incredibly stupid.
Keep going.
In his world, they don't have hand sanitizer, so the right thing to do is to use your psychokinetic abilities to pick apples up and awkwardly try to drop them into barrels. Otherwise, you might spread future diseases. Because the diseases in the future, people from our present timeline aren't going to have immunity to that.
You only picked up one.
Yes.
How far are they in the future? Do we know?
It's 2018.
Oh, so 4
we don't know
years from this video. Oh, okay. There has to be a way to just slide them in. I feel like this can't be the way they intended for you to play.
Maybe there is. Then again, maybe there's no way to find out because has anyone else in human history actually tried to do this side mission?
I'm sure somebody has.
No?
How much is this guy paying you for 5 minutes of work?
It depends on how many you get in.
Oh.
So far, I've gotten 57 in.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah. It's a lot of apples, although it doesn't seem like a lot of apples for 5 minutes of lifting.
True.
Now, if you had kiddie pools full of apples, we would be getting lots of apples in there. I mean, it'd be so easy to just put our apples over these kiddie pools and drop them, but...
I love the apples that are just, like, hanging off the edge of the barrel on top of it.
Yeah. I hate those apples. I hate all apples now, actually. I used to love apples. I mean, I live in New England. We're supposed to love apples. We go apple picking. There's apple orchards all around. 8 seconds left. We've got 77 apples in.
What's your favorite type of apple? Golden Delicious.
Golden Delicious is really good. Red Delicious is pretty good. But I'd probably go with Golden Delicious.
Same.
Especially after this video. I don't want to see any red apples anymore.
Granny Smiths are inferior.
What grade do you think I got?
I think you got a D.
Great!
He seems pretty happy, but let's see. Oh, I was on point.
Fuck you, Hulkamat. I'm so mad at you. Yes, you need to get 225 apples to get a C.
What? 225 to get a C?
Apparently it's possible. I don't know. Maybe I'd have to go back and practice.
I just know that somebody's watching this who's played the game and was good at it and was like, "You're doing it wrong."
Maybe.
And they like, because when I watch people play games and I see them doing it wrong, get a little frustrated inside. And I guarantee there's somebody out there with that same feeling right now.
But luckily they're feeling such intense shame over being good at the apple dropping game from Sonic 06 that they're not going to say shit about it. That's the great thing about Sonic 06. If you're good at it, you just kind of go, "Aw, shucks. It's nothing major." But if you're bad at it, you're like, "Hey, it's Sonic 06. Who gives a shit if I'm bad at it?" No one's going to say anything. No one's going to dare say anything.
So, are there any more side quests for you to do as Silver?
Not right now, but there will be more side quests later. Hey, didn't we just see this guy? I feel like he's familiar. Hey, dude, did you drop some pears?
He's got a nice hat.
He does have a nice hat. Very nice hat. Oh, what's that? What's that? Do you see that? See that off in the distance?
What's that?
It's another dog.
And a grandma. Are you trying to make that done? Oh my god, why would you hit him?
I didn't. I made him stand at attention. Silver has a magical power. So I made sure I saved here because I didn't want to have to.
Who the hell wants to do that again?
That, and this is one area where I'm going to have some fun here. What you're supposed to do is use your psychokinesis, bring up some platforms, and jump over to the start of the level. That's boring. I'm going to use a glitch to get over there because the glitch is funny. If you hold down the action button after jumping, Silver will bounce off the wall. If you don't get enough height off the jump, he'll bounce. He won't bounce very high in the air, so you can kind of die when you get to the edge of this little island. That's what I wanted to save.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite glitches, just for how funny it is.